you're on Instagram and you want to see the screen, go to my YouTube right now. Go to my YouTube right now.
Right? Because if you're not already trading in the stock market from April 14th when it closed until now, there's 179 days left that you can go in the market and pull money out. The reason why I wanted to start this conversation off with getting your expectations and then telling you how much time you got left is so that way we can frame a way to reach our goals in a realistic way. All right. So, for example, if your goal was to make $100,000 in a year from trading stock options, if you started at the beginning of the year, then you would have to make $400 a day on average. If your goal is to make $100,000 from now until the end of the year, now you have to make roughly $558 and change every single day to make six figures. All right, and if you hear any barking, I think some of you all know I got South African Masters, so my dogs is being dogs right now. So I apologize if you hear any dogs barking. But back to the point though, the reason why I share that with you is not to intimidate anybody, but I do want you all to know that if you're just trying to make money out of the stock market, you 100% can make your money that way. But I do want you to know that that is not the only way you can make money, right? I do a lot of talk about getting skill sets that you can bring to the world market and not just having skills that work for you in the job market. All right. So the difference quickly is a job market skill. You can do that on the job, get a paycheck every week, bi-weekly, or whenever you agree to get paid. A skill
Instagram,
set
you can
that
go to
you
my
learn in the
YouTube
world
right
market,
now and lock
yeah,
in.
you can do it on a job, but you can do it off a job. You can do it in your state, out the country, right? So that being said, what I want you all to understand is that what you're going to learn this week is going to be world market skills that you can use to make money on your job, off your job, in your state, out your state, right? What you also need to understand, and I'm about to start sharing my screen here as well, all right? What I also need you all to understand that there's two types of value that I want you all to think about. There's transactional value. That means that it betters your bank account. And then there's transformative value. Transformative value changes your life. Now, the dope thing about trading stock options literally is your choice. Now, you can do this as a side hustle, make a few extra $100, few extra $1,000 to supplement your income, or you can use the knowledge that you're going to learn starting tonight and moving forward and change your life
Hey,
completely
Royal.
for forever.
Royal, go
Right?
into the portal.
So you have
The
to
link is in the
decide
portal for the
tonight
if you want
one,
to join onto
is
the
many of
webinar.
you
I'm
all
not the webinar,
already
but to
did. What are you going
the
to get
Zoom.
out of this training? And two, what is it going to
It's
do
in the
for you?
portal.
Are you going to simply allow it to be transactional, where it makes you a little extra money, or do you want it
If
to be
you're on Instagram and you want to
transformative,
join, if
where it
you're on Instagram
completely
and you want
changes
to
your life?
join
All
and
right.
see
So
my
we're going to talk
screen,
about how you
see the
can learn
screen
one
right now.
skill,
Go to my
which is
YouTube
trading
channel
stock
right now.
options, and leverage that into several different income streams. All right. So Chris is the subject matter expert. So anything about trading stocks and all of that, save that for Chris, right? But I want to talk to you all about taking this skill and making as many income streams out of it as possible, right? Y'all let me know if y'all can still hear me off the dog barking, right? This is a from what he did with stock options, right? So this asset, right, this skill that you're about to learn, which is an asset, can literally give you whatever you're looking for in life, financially speaking. All right, let's quickly run through the 7 income streams when they say most millionaires have 7 income streams. And let's talk about how you can get all of these income streams from learning this one skill, right? Put a yes in the chat if you would like to learn how learning one skill can make you as many income streams as you want. So that way you don't got to learn how to be a barber, a doctor, a landscaper, sell stuff online, trade stocks, buy real estate just to make your money, right? I think that it's personally way easier if I can learn one skill and just leverage that skill in different ways so that way I can make the money that I want to make. All right? So the 7 income streams of millionaires are dividend income, earned income, rental income, royalty income, capital gains, profits from businesses owned, and interest on your money, right? So for those of you that may not have known what they were talking about, right, can you create multiple streams of income for having 7 different businesses? If you want to, but it's not a prerequisite, right? It's people that make 6 figures and 7 figures with one income stream. But I wanted to tackle that here because I know a lot of people, they think about, I need to have multiple streams of income in order to make 6 and 7 figures, right? That's not the case. You can have one of these and crush it, all right? Chris will tell you, you know, he does exceptionally well just off of trading stock options, education to the side, right? And that's what we're going to dive in here a little bit deeper. Dividend income, you might have heard of dividend aristocrats. A dividend is a reward given to shareholders who have invested in a company's equity, usually originating from the company's net profits. Companies keep most profits as retained earnings, representing money to be used for ongoing and future business activities. That's straight from Investopedia. So you're going to learn how to evaluate a stock, right? So just because you know how to evaluate a stock, that doesn't mean that the only thing you can do with that knowledge is swing trade, day trade, trade stock options. You can use that same knowledge and say, okay, I'm going to see what dividend aristocrats, these are the proven dividend stocks that have been doing their thing for a very long time, and say, am I interested in any of these companies? And using the skill set that I now know, can I say, is this a safe place to park some of my trading stock options money? So maybe you trade stock options today, you make $500, $1,000, or whatever it is that you make, and say, okay, I want to take some of those profits. But maybe I don't necessarily need those profits in my bank account to go shopping with or to pay bills. What can I do with this money so my money can continue to work for me in a way that's more passive? So can I put it in a dividend aristocrat, right? So you can develop dividend income, which is one of the 7 income streams of millionaires, just by learning how to trade stock options, right? Does that make sense? If it does, put a 1 in the chat. All right. Oh, my bad. Somebody said make the screen bigger. I'm sorry. Boom. It's going to eliminate the chat. Let me see if I can get my chat back. But we'll live with it, though. I can see it pop up. So learning how to trade stock options can allow you to not only make money trading stock options, you're going to use the skills that tell you this is a good time to buy, right, or to sell. So now you can evaluate other stocks as well that you want to buy and keep long term, right? Research dividend aristocrats and just look at which ones make the most sense to you. And maybe not everything is for everybody. So I'm not saying you got to buy them all. Earned income is pretty straightforward. That's how most people make their money. That's money derived from work, right? How can you leverage that? So that's the actual learning how to do technical analysis, using that to buy calls and puts, and now you're making money off of that. Now you're really making more money off of your skill set, off of your knowledge, than off of like manual labor, doing something like this gentleman is doing here. Now, there's nothing wrong with that, which is why I put that picture here, but I do want you all to know that working hard doesn't always have to mean that it's labor intensive, back breaking, dangerous work. All right. Or Chris also talks about this a lot as well, and we'll touch on it more, is that Chris has the ability to pay all of his bills from the money that he generates from trading stock options. So that way, if you don't have any rent or mortgage or utilities or insurances or daycare bills or child support or grocery bill or whatever you have to pay, because the stock market, using the skill set that you learned, the stock market now pays all of that for you. Now you can pay your bills with options, right? Pun intended. So you can use your paycheck, all right? Or you can keep your paycheck, let the stock market pay your bills, and save your paycheck, and you can invest it into other assets. So this is just, the most common apps out there for you to make money via rental income. So Turo is for cars, Airbnb is for homes, Outdoorsy is for RVs, Get My Boat is for boats, right? So again, if you wanted to pay your bills with options, now you have your 9-to-5 income or whatever else you do to make money. Now can I leverage that money to create more assets? Or do I pay my bill with my earned income, all right, and then use my income from the market to invest in assets that cash flow to me if I want to create rental income? And again, this is another skill that will allow me to create another income stream. I didn't have to learn something else, right? I learned one thing and I can create all of these income streams. Royalty income can be derived a lot of different ways. The simplest way is by writing a book on it, right? Let's say you go through this training program and you conservatively learn how to make an extra $100 a day every day that the market is open. Let's say you make roughly $2,000 or so, depending on how many trading days are in that month, all right? And people around you want to know, hey, listen, believe it or not, an extra $2,000 could be life-changing. That can help me pay off my car sooner, my house sooner, right? Save more money so I can retire sooner. Now I have money to take that vacation. I don't know about you guys, but I'm at the age now where my mom is already a senior citizen. She's up in age. So one thing that I personally have been intentional about since last year until now is I'm taking my mama to every place that she thought she would never be able to go, right? So y'all know my story, or those of you that follow me on social media might know my story about growing up in a low-income environment, and mom never made more than $11 an hour. And I got 2 brothers, 2 sisters. My grandma got sick with dementia, then Alzheimer's, and she moved in with us. So I could tell you, as somebody that was not that smart in math, if you divide 6 mouths to feed plus all the household income by $11 an hour, right, or all the household expenses, by $11 an hour, we was poor, right? We had food stamps before it was a debit card. When you actually had stamps you had to pull out and give the person, right? When we go to the grocery store, if you got the wrong cheese, you got to run all the way to the cheese section and take that cheese back and get the cheese that EBT will pay for, right? So, and I say all of that to say that by freeing up your time and separating your time from money by investing in an asset like a book or anything else that will pay you royalties, but for simplicity, because I'm not here to try to talk over anybody's head and you don't understand it, right? Let you know that this is another asset that you can create, right? An extra 24 grand a year is more than enough money for me to be able to take my mom here, take my mom there, right? I'm taking her to Hawaii this summer, right? It's her first time on an airplane, all right? But I'm doing that not with JT's earned income from working hard, doing real estate. I tend to swing trade in stocks, honestly, because I'm busy. So I don't have the time to check the market, do technical analysis, all of that good stuff every day, right? But my royalty income is allowing me to take my mom to Hawaii, right? And we might stay 2 weeks. All right, it can do the same for you. You don't have to want to go to Hawaii. You can say, hey, I want to buy real estate. I want to invest in this, invest in that, pay this bill off, get rid of these student loans, whatever the case may be. All right. And I'm being conservative. There is no rule saying that you can only make $2,000 a month trading stock options. If you follow Chris on Instagram, you'll see that Chris has $2,000 days, $4,000 days, right? He shows his wins and his losses, right? So you all can understand that really you can get out of it whatever you make. But keep in mind, for anybody that jumped in late, because I see the number hopping up a little bit, that what we're talking about here is how can we learn one skill, which is trading stock options, and create as many income streams from that one skill. Because if I'm somebody that's just now getting into trading stock options and I want to make $100,000 by the end of the year, keep in mind, I got to make over $558 a day. Now, Chris is going to tell you, and I will echo that sentiment, that you shouldn't just blindly jump in the stock market. Anything that can make you a lot of money can cost you a lot of money as well. So he's going to recommend that once you learn the process, you're going to do something called paper trading. He'll explain all of that to you. Basically, that's you getting your feet wet without using any of your money. So by the time you actually start trading, you might not have 179 days left. You might have 140, right? 150. Just depends on how long before you get comfortable. I want to equip you with tools so you don't feel like I have to hurry up and go make this money, right? I want you to know, okay, because I know this skill set, I can create multiple streams of income, and I can trade in the stock market when I feel like it, when I have the time to make educated decisions based off of technical analysis and all the proven strategies that Chris, his team, and his students are going to share with you later this week, right? And you're going to have that freedom because you're going to be able to say, I can also make money all of these different ways on days that I'm not trading. And we'll go deeper on this as well. So write the book, become the expert in that order. So writing a book increases / establishes your credibility. It's a great PR opportunity so you can make it newsworthy, provides a mailing list incentive, increase your revenue, increase your brand. This is what people say to me all the time. JT, that's easy to do when you have hundreds of thousands of followers, right? If I write a book, nobody's going to buy my book, right? Well, for one, if you have that mindset, then maybe they won't. But there are affiliate marketplaces, right, like Warrior Plus, like ClickBank, and there's dozens and dozens out there. Believe it or not, there are men and women who have a business of selling other people's products. So they don't want to do the fulfillment. It's way easier for them. You have a good product. I'll sell it for you. You'll give me this commission on it. They don't have to write the book. They don't have to do any other fulfillment, right, of the book. All they have to do is get somebody to click your link for your book, buy your book, and they get paid from it, all right? And if you don't believe me, a book that I recommend that when you get time after this training, but it's a writer downer, is The Laptop Millionaire, right? The Laptop Millionaire is a book that simply will explain that there are thousands of people worldwide who basically sell other people's products for a living, and then they travel the world and make hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars doing it. So it's not, oh, I gotta have X amount of followers. It's, do you truly have value? Do you put it in the right place to leverage it? Because the money formula is always value times leverage equals money. You learning the skill of trading stock options and consolidating that into a quick and easy guide for other people that want to know this, but maybe they'll never know who Chris Jackson is. They'll never know who JT is, right? But you consolidating it, putting in that asset, putting it on these affiliate marketplaces. Now you have value, you have leverage, and you'll make money. Next is capital gains from stock appreciation. All right, if your holdings go up, so let's say you buy a stock by using the same skill that you learned to trade stocks, whether you're day trading, swing trading, or whatever, right? If it goes up and you don't sell, you have an unrealized gain, right? Which means you don't have to worry about any taxes on it. If it goes up and you sell, depending on how long you kept it, you're going to pay either a short or a long-term tax. I'm going to let Chris talk to you about that. All right, I'm not a CPA because you can consult your CPA, but in a nutshell, understand that you will have to pay taxes on your money. How much taxes depends on how long you keep it, all right? And of course, he might give you other strategies to roll that money over to keep gaining money so you can defer it. That's why I say I'm gonna leave all of the technical stuff to Chris. I'm just here to motivate you We all gonna set the right expectations and let you know that you're gonna have an income stream that's gonna make you an infinite amount of returns, right? Profits from businesses owned. This is again tying back to when we talked about rental income. You could pay your bills with options, pun intended. All right, so you can create other businesses out of the money that you get from the stock market or out of the money that you make now working your 9-to-5 job. I use these same examples again for simplicity, but for those of you that follow me on YouTube, you know we have over 1,400 videos. There are a ton of different businesses you can start. There is no such thing as the best business to start, right? There's a best business for you depending on what your interests are, all right, and what you're willing to commit to consistently until you get the result that you want and that you deserve, all right? But that's another income stream that you can create, just like capital gains income, just by learning this one skill. Interest your money earns, right? Money in the bank, in my opinion, isn't the best way. So can you go do any of these things that you've learned and then take that money, put it in the bank, in a savings account, and let a bank give you money? Absolutely, right? You're not going to get that much money. I think that I had maybe like $250,000, $300,000 in an account one time, which I don't recommend because FDIC insurance well, the bank will let you put that much money in it, but you're not insured at that point. But I was moving money around to buy some more real estate, and the money sat there, and I think I made like $2 or $3 in interest. All right, with USAA, I made like $2 to $3 in interest on over $250,000 in like a standard account. Of course, it was just sitting there. It wasn't a permanent place for it. I share that with you to let you know that thinking that if you're going to get all of this money and just put it in the bank, and the bank is going to give you an absorbent amount of interest, most of us already know that. But I'm telling you, off of hundreds of thousands of dollars in the bank, you're lucky to get $10 a month. All right. Private money lending, in my opinion, right? That's pretty much where you put your money to work with other entrepreneurs or in other assets, really putting your money to work in a way that's going to outpace inflation. All right. What I would add to this now as well is what me and my team are doing is now that we have the knowledge of trading stock options, so now we can take that money, let it accumulate over time, and then if we want to invest in franchises and other assets as well. But in a nutshell, this income stream is just interest your money earns by just putting your money to work for you, right? So yes, the bank has other options. I understand I didn't have to leave it in a standard saving or checking account. You could tie it up in a CD or whatever you want to. But typically banks, their most valuable asset to me is their security, not the fact that they're going to earn you money. All right, because with a little bit of financial literacy, you can find that pretty much anything can make you more money if your goal is to make more money. All right, so where should we start and how? That's the $1 million question. JT, you told us all of this good stuff, but where do we start and how do we start? Because otherwise we just talking, we just hype, and we still are no better now than when we started. And that's not the point of this week at all, right? This week is designed to help you all take action and really better yourself. Start by starting and learn along the way. This, as simple as it may seem, is the first step that I have found most people never do. Most people say, I got to know about every stock on the stock exchange. I got to know everything about every stock before I spend $1 in the market, right? You're never going to trade stock options that way. All right, I recommend that you start by starting. So you ask a lot of questions when Chris breaks down how do you analyze a stock, all right? And then you go paper trade and use the fake money, right, for lack of better words, but use the money they're going to give you in your account, but use the real strategy that Chris is going to teach you and just practice the formula. The dope thing about success is this, is that just because you learn the rules doesn't mean that the rules change, right? The dope thing about success is this. Just because you learn the rules, that doesn't mean that they're going to change, all right? Billionaires make money out of the stock market. Do you think they care if you make an extra $100,000 to the point where they're going to change all of the rules just so you don't make an extra $100,000? Nah, right? Respectfully, they're not going to do it for me either or anybody else, right? So the rules don't change just because you learn, but you have to apply it. What I'm not gonna do, what Chris is not gonna do, what nobody on this team is gonna do is find your address, come knock on your door, get you out of bed, and say, hey, let's make some money today from this laptop. All right, the hustle is sold separately. You start by starting. So you learn it, you apply it in paper trading, then you take a small amount of your money, and then you trade your own money. Reason why I recommend that you start that way is because emotions, as Chris will tell you, will be your worst enemy. So when you're paper trading, yes, you should be using the same strategy you would use if you were using your money. But what I've known, and Chris will share it with you as well, because we brought over 1,000+ people through this program. When you're seeing a arbitrary $200,000 for you to play with in that account, it's nothing to make a $10,000 trade. It's nothing to make a $3,000 trade. All right, and say, oh, okay, I'll just do that, see what happens. But when it's your money, you might say, man, I ain't gonna do that, right? And it's no benefit for you to paper trade in a way that you wouldn't actually trade your money. All right, so if you wouldn't do $200,000 trades with your own money, all right, it doesn't make sense to paper trade it. Yet some people still do it that way just to really see what they would make and to really, hone in their skills. But what I want you to do is paper trade. And once you get it down pat paper trading, then I want you to go and use a small amount of your money, use the same strategy you've been using, and then now emotions is in the game, right? Do you get out of the trade when you lose $1, or do you get out of the trade when you make $100, even though all of your data, all of your technical analysis is telling you otherwise, right? Start small and scale up. That's the point that I was making there. Know your resources and use them, all right? Chris is going to talk about indicators. You're going to be a part of his private community for those of you that decide to continue to learn with Chris long term, all right? Use your resources. Use Chris, use his team, take advantage of the calls. I know he's really great about getting the calls out to you in a timely manner. Everything is going to be recorded, but know your resources and use them. All right, the next slide will break down what I would do if I was new to learning trading stock options, but I wanted to make multiple streams of income. This is something that anybody here can do, right? Say it again.
JT, I'm gonna mute everybody, then just unmute yourself, okay?
All right.
All right.
All right. Somebody let me know if y'all can hear me again. I think I'm off mute, but just want to confirm.
Yep, you good.
All right. Okay, cool. So if I was brand new to trading stock options, but I wanted to make multiple streams of income, yes, I'm going to learn everything from Chris and his team. Yes, I'm going to paper trade and until I get my systems down. But ChatGPT is all the rage. It's still free as of right now. So immediately go take advantage of it. But as if I was somebody that didn't know anything, I went straight to ChatGPT and said, can you give me digital product ideas for stock option traders? All right. And it gave me a few. All right. And then I was greedy and I said, would you give me 25 more? And it did. And then I was even more greedy and I said, give me 13 more. And it gave me even more. Right. So now I end up with a list of 51 different possible ideas. All right. Now, some of these ideas I understand. Some of these ideas sound dope. I have no idea how to create it. So what if I found a dope idea and I was like, okay, that probably could help people. I know it can be profitable for me, so it's mutually beneficial. It's helping them and it's helping me, but I don't know how to create that, right? What's the next step after we got the idea? Now, some of you all are creative enough where you might say, hey, JT, I don't even need no artificial intelligence to give me an idea. But assuming that we weren't, then I would go to freelancer.com. All right. I've used this strategy myself, right? Not for trading stock options alone, but for many other things, right? I got money in there now that's working for me. All right. I come here just to test out stuff. So I might try a small project, make a few dollars with stock options off of it, and then go move on to a whole nother project doing something else, right? So I don't want you to think freelancer.com is just for stocks, right? But here's a tool that's going to connect you with freelancers to make any of those options that you saw on the last screen or any of the options that are in your head and bring them to life, right? I want you to notice what's in the bottom right-hand corner of this screen. It says the radiation shield design for NASA cost $500 and took 15 days. I got a South Carolina education. I don't know where everybody here is from. I don't have any ideas as complicated as a radiation shield design for NASA, right? I don't even know why they need a radiation shield. I'm sure there's a good reason for it. The reason why I point that out is if these people can create something so complicated that I don't even know why it exists for $500, right? How much easier and how much more cost effective would it be if I wanted to develop one of these assets, right? So FYI, just quick personal note, I use them for software, right? I'm experimenting with different software designs. We're working on our own software company, right? So there's definitely a range of knowledge there. Now, I told you guys earlier about affiliate marketplaces. So if you create any of these assets, I know all of you all are smart enough to learn how to market it yourself, but let's say you just don't want to know how to market yourself. So yes, you can use the affiliate marketplaces, but what if for whatever reason, what you have to promote is not something that makes sense? Maybe it's not a digital product as much as SaaS or something else that you want to promote, right? Might be merch, whatever it is, your podcast, your theme, but whatever it is, it's going to be an asset that was created from you learning the skill of trading stock options, all right? But again, JT, I don't have hundreds of thousands of followers. Well, that's great. You can go to Fiverr.com, all right? You could type in influencer marketing or different variations. I did this just to assume that I didn't know anything about anything. And then what I did was I tried to find these people on social media. So what you see on the left-hand side under Fiverr is the search results for influencer marketing. What you see on the right-hand side is when I actually went to social media, I wanted to confirm that these men and women had the followers that they said that they have the engagement that they said that they had, if they tagged any other brands, like if they did this before for Chris, I might reach out to Chris, see if Chris don't mind telling me, hey, did JT, when he did that shout out for you from Fiverr, was it worth the whatever, the $10, the $100, the whatever you paid him for your business? And if Chris say, oh yeah, man, I made $3,500 off of that $10 shout out. Or if he says, nah, I paid $100, I ain't make $1 back, right? I already know proactively not to use that person and to go find the next one. All right, so I randomly picked these people just, again, to show you all, because I'm big on no excuses, all right? You can create multiple streams of income by learning one single skill, all right? So with that being said, if anybody has any questions for me, feel free to ask them. Again, all the technical stuff we're going to pass to Chris. But what I want you all to know this week, and as Chris can see it as well, right? What I want you all to learn is that you're not just learning how to trade stock options, right? And I know that might sound a little confusing. All right, what you're learning, can you guys still see me? All right. I don't know what was going on with the screen.
Yeah, we can see it.
So it might just been on my end. All right, so what I want you all to understand is that you're not just learning how to trade stock options. All right, you're learning a skill that you can leverage in the world market. You can create multiple streams of income out of it. Now, some of you all might say, hey, JT, all I want to do, right? All I want to do is trade stock options, and that's perfectly fine. As Chris and many other people will tell you, it's people that just do that, make a great life for themselves, many of which have no interest in creating any other products or services. But what I also want you to know is that you're not limited to only making money by trading stock options with this skill. All right? So, hey, that being said, if there are no other questions, I'm going to pass it over to you, Chris. I appreciate everybody's time. in attention tonight, and really want you all to take advantage of what you're about to learn, right? Don't be an information hoarder, right? Don't be an information hoarder. And also, don't make the relationship with Chris toxic. What I mean by that is that anytime there's a one-sided relationship, right, it tends to become toxic. So Chris is going to give y'all value. Using this skill is how he pays his bills, take care of his family, has a great life, right? He might tell y'all about the nice house that he building and everything else, right? But I want you all to not just come and say, all right, we came, we spent our money, we spent our time, we did whatever, and that was the end of it, right? Everybody here can get 100 times what they paid to be here if they utilize the information you're going to learn, starting with tonight and moving forward, right? Go ahead, Chris. You know I'm a rambler. I talk all night long.
No, that's good. That's good. That's good. Everybody, one more time right quick. CYC's in the chat for JT. CYC's in the chat for JT right now. CYC's. He literally pulled up 50 ways you can make money trading stock options. I was going through that list. I'm like, bro, good gracious. I probably need to do about 49 of them, right? So dope. That's dope, bro. Appreciate it. Also, man, if you don't mind, would you all like to have that list of 50 that JT put out? If you want that 50, put 50 in the chat. If you want the list of 50 that JT just put out, put 50 in the chat. JT, you mind sending me that sheet and I'll forward it out to everybody?
Yeah, I'll email you the whole presentation.
Perfect. Sounds good. Appreciate it, bro. Once again, y'all listen, JT, that's my brother, man. Listen, we have over combined trained over 1,000 people, and listen, we have people who have quit their job. We have people that making thousands of dollars a day, and we have people that did absolutely nothing what we taught them. Tell you the truth. We tell you the truth everywhere you go. We have people who quit their jobs. We have people who've done absolutely nothing with the material that we taught them. Who are you going to be? Which one are you? Which one are you? I have people who stated that a guy wrote me January 2023, say, Chris, I took your class January 2022. I didn't do anything with it, but today I made my first trade, made $141. It took him a whole year to make his first trade. He made $141 his very first trade. Imagine if he was making trades all of 2022, that $141 probably would have been $2,000. What we're going to show you over the week, over this next 5 days, is not theory. It's facts. It's actual. You're going to see it simple and plain. Okay? So, JT, you got anything you want to say before you head out, JT? Before you done?
Nah. That's it, man. That's it. I'm going to get that email to you tonight.
Okay.
I'm actually about to literally do it right now. But again, you guys, like, hey, nothing happens unless you do the work, right? Nothing happens unless you do the work. So, hey, it starts here. You all are already light years ahead of me. I first started off saying, man, people selling information, they just trying to get rich. They ain't really helping nobody. And I went broke and homeless by doing that, right? I tell people all the time, they was like, man, how you went homeless with a six-figure business when it wasn't six figures at the time, but how you go broke and homeless after you had a six-figure business and you had a master's degree? Because I was the first person in my family to graduate grad school. And I told them I went broke and homeless because of common sense, right? Common sense is just a culmination of your experiences from the time that you were born to whatever age you are now. So I didn't have anybody that was a successful entrepreneur that could tell me, hey, do this, don't do that. Now, I got some older uncles, just like everybody here, that'll tell you, hey, look, I think you should do this, I think you should do that. But they didn't really know. They were just telling me what they thought, right? They actually thought the independent courier business was a bad business because they ain't never heard of it before, right? So I want you all to understand that common sense is just a culmination of your experiences from the time that you were born to whatever age you are now. So if there are no successful 6, 7, 8-figure earners in your family or friends that you could communicate with, right, the stuff that might seem common in your circle, right, may not be the right answer. Not saying that those are good or bad people. All right, so be open to what Chris is saying. Be open to what everybody else that he gives you access to is saying, because maybe, just maybe, these people have had different experiences than you've had. So now what's common to them is uncommon to you, but that doesn't mean that it's the wrong answer, right? And that's all I have to say, man. Y'all have a good night.
JT, we appreciate you, man. Definitely appreciate y'all. One more time, everybody, give it up for JT. One more time, give it up for JT, everyone. Give it up for him one more time. Listen, everyone, it's game time. It's game time. Get excited. Get ready. Tonight, when you put your head on your pillow, just know tomorrow morning when you wake up and when you go through that day at work, just know at 6 p.m. if you VIP, 7 p.m. if you're regular admission, that it's game time. It's game time. The very first day, we're going to show you a strategy that's going to show you how to make money. Okay? Listen, everyone, before we close out tonight, please remember what I'm about to tell you. If you have not received an email from me, please look in your spam folder. Please look in your promotion folders. You will receive about 3 to 5 emails tomorrow, just from me. And if you don't receive any email from me tomorrow, you know it's a problem, okay? Also, remember, show up every single day. Show up. Show up. Okay? The reason why I want you to show up once again is because of this. If you show up, I know you're ready. I know you want to put that foot forward, because showing up is just about being disciplined. The number one way, I'm going to be honest with you, the most important thing you have to have trading stock options is being disciplined. You have to give me 5 days. Give me 5 days to put this into your mind. You're going to have unlimited access to all the recordings. That's perfectly fine. But you need to be in the presence. You need to be in this atmosphere, because it's nothing like the atmosphere. It's like watching the recordings is great. It's cool, but it's nothing like the atmosphere. Okay? All right. Also, right now, Monday, once again, yes, Monday, 6 p.m. The link is in the portal. Also, you will get the link about 3 times to 4 times from me tomorrow as well. You should also receive text message from me tomorrow as well, okay? Make sure you show up, and I think that's all I have for you. I think I got one more thing for you. I cannot remember what it is. Yes, I do remember what it is. Also, that's what it is. We're giving a laptop away, okay? I'm giving a laptop away, all right? The reason why I'm giving a laptop away, I'm going to give a laptop away on Friday. The reason why I'm going to give a laptop away on Friday is because of this. I know it's someone in here right now in this particular class that's probably got a cell phone, probably got a Chromebook. Nothing's wrong with a Chromebook. I just hate Chromebooks. So what we're going to do is we're going to give a laptop away. We may give out 2 laptops, all right? Okay? Like I said again, there's nothing wrong with Chromebooks, everybody. I just hate Chromebooks. So if you got a Chromebook, I'm talking to you. Get rid of that Chromebook ASAP, okay? Also, if you got Robinhood on your phone right now, delete it. Take all your money out and delete it. We don't rock with Robinhood, okay? We don't rock with Robinhood. Delete Robinhood immediately. Take your money out. We rock with Thinkorswim or Webull, because you are now a real investor. You're now a real investor. You're no longer just one of those, I'm going to put some money in here and see what happens. No, you're going to go into this market and be able to tell the story. I'm going to teach you everything to know using R&B music and using your personal relationships. So tonight, when you put your head on your pillow, think about that one relationship that you was in the past, right? That was just horrible, or it was great. Or if you land beside your significant other, you better be thinking about your significant other in this example, okay? Don't be thinking about nobody else. But I'm truly gonna take you on a journey through your previous relationships, and I'm gonna show you the story of the stock market using some R&B music. All right. Now, last thing is this: if you're on YouTube right now and you have not registered for this 5-day mastermind. If you're on YouTube right now and you have not registered for this 5-day mastermind, you have less than 12 hours to register. You have less than 12 hours to register. Everybody that's in this Zoom right now, congratulations. All praise to the Most High. Congratulations. I'm going to say it one more time. And I like saying this because the LA Lakers just won today. I'm just saying the Lakers just won today. Game time. Hold on. No. Vito threw, I can see you, Vito. Vito threw his arm at me. He waved his hand at me like I said something wrong, like the Lakers just didn't beat Mr. Memphis Grizzlies, and my man that be doing the what's the thing called? The little gritty and all that stuff. Yeah, we just knocked them out. What you mean? We here. Anyway, okay. Also, before I get out, I want to know one thing. Everybody, tell me where you from. Put in the chat. Where you from right now? Tell me where you from. Tell me where you from. Where you from? We got some Philly, Texas, NYC, VA, Minnesota, Boston, Gary, Chicago, Jupiter, Florida, Winston-Salem, the DMV, California, Atlanta, Chester, Charlotte, Columbus, Anderson, South Carolina, Louisiana, Idaho, London. What's going on, London? We got London in the building. We got London on the track. Rocky Mountain, Nebraska, Rock Hill, Mo. I'm in Missouri. Listen, we got people from all over. We got people from all over. And you coming into this room full of champions right now. When you leave out of this room, you're going to be a room where you're going to be a champion. The reason why you're going to be a champion, because you're going to go into this market every single day to know how to make money. All right? So everybody, I will see you tomorrow, 6 p.m. VIP, 7 p.m. regular admission. Everything is Eastern Standard Time. And if you feel like I'm yelling right now, wait till tomorrow. I'm going to be screaming at the top of my lungs. All right? Okay? It won't, New England, I see you, New England, Massachusetts here. Let's go, game time. That's what's up. Everybody, y'all have a good one. See y'all tomorrow. See you tomorrow. Once again, we appreciate you, JT. Everybody right now at this very moment, if you are on YouTube right now, I see YouTube, we got North Carolina, we got Gastonia, we got Boca, Florida, got the Caribbeans, we got Massachusetts, we got Tulsa, the Chi-Town, St. Louis. Okay. Everybody, if you're on YouTube right now, I'm gonna put the link in the chat. You have less than 12 hours to register for this mastermind that's starting tomorrow. 1second.com mastermind. Okay, you have less than 12 hours to register for the mastermind that's starting tomorrow, where I'm going to show you how to trade stock options from A all the way to Z. Okay, from A all the way to Z. All right, the link is right there. Also, everybody, follow me on Instagram. If you do not follow me on Instagram, cjack130. This next 5 days is going to be amazing. Okay? It's going to be amazing. This is the thing about it. I tell everybody, I want to tell you this once a time. Do not sign up for this particular class if you're not ready. I'm going to say it again. Do not sign up if you're not ready. This is not for everybody. This is for the ones that are ready. These are for the ones that say, I'm tired of being sick and tired. This is for the ones that say, I'm tired of working all these hours and not spending time with my family. I make great money, but I'm working so many hours I don't have time to spend with my family. This is for the ones that say, I'm working. It's just not enough money coming in. I want to show you guys how to make additional income while working a full-time job, while you can be trading stock options while working this full-time job, okay? So once again, you have less than 12 hours. I just put that link in the chat. If you have any questions, I'm going to stay on for like 5 more minutes. I'm going to get off at 8:40. 8:40, I'm getting off. If you on YouTube right now and you have questions, feel free to fire away. Feel free to fire away. I'm looking through the chat now to see if you guys have any questions. All right, no questions so far. Okay. 1 second. My wife done cooked some spaghetti. I'm ready to get in the crib, eat the spaghetti, watch the Clippers play too, and see what's gonna happen. Why was the mastermind canceled? The mastermind was not canceled. The webinar tonight was canceled. The mastermind is going live starting tomorrow. The webinar was canceled. I joined the VIP. Will there be a separate link to sign on to the site for the class? Yes, the portal. You have to check your Abdur what? I think I sent you an email. Check your what is it called? Your promotions and your spam folder. The link is in there in the welcome email. I work 5 p.m. to 5 a.m. and signed up. How can I get my value? You will have Mr. Reynolds. You will have access to all of the I'm sorry. You have access to all of the replays. So as soon as you get off, you can watch the replays. But if you work 5 a.m. to 5 p.m., you will be able to get all the value because the class starts 6 p.m. You work 5 p.m. to 5 a.m. Got it. Yes, so you will still be able to have all the next morning. You can watch the replays and get ready for it. Is it true you need $25,000 to start off trading? No, you do not need $25,000 to start off trading. I tell people to start off with $500 to $1,000. You do not need $500 to start off. You do not need $25,000 to start trading. I just want to say thank you for my new laptop. Ace in the Play 74. Ace in the Play 74. Are you saying you're going to get that new laptop, or did I buy you a new laptop? Let me know. I done bought a few laptops before, so I don't even remember everybody I bought them for. Is it okay? What is a good delta? It all depends. It really depends on when you say what's a good delta. It's a lot of things that's broken into understanding what's a good delta. Okay? I'm gonna be on here 3 more minutes, everybody. We got 3 more minutes before I jump off. 3 more minutes before I jump off. Okay? Any more questions? Any other questions? 3 more minutes before I jump off. You have less than 12 hours, okay? Less than 12 hours to register for the upcoming mastermind if you have not done so. Less than 12 hours. Any more questions? Cool, thanks. Looking forward to changing my family's life. Yes, let's make it happen. All praise to the Most High. You put the work in, it can definitely happen. 2 more minutes, I'm going to be on. 2 more minutes. Any other questions? And this is the thing about everybody. Like I said, if you're not ready, find time to get yourself together and get ready, right? Okay? The market is not going anywhere. When do you think a new member will be ready for the market? It all depends on, that's a great question, M. Martin. It all depends on the work you put in. We have people in 3 months making money. We have people in it takes 12 months to make consistent money. So when we say make money, we're not talking about coming to the market. Oh, I made $1,000 today, and yeah. No, we're talking about consistently making $300, $400, $500, $600, $700, right, over the course of time. How often do you do masterminds? I have 6 masterminds a year. I only have 6 masterminds a year. Okay, 1 more minute, everybody. Any other questions? Ace, say you're hopeful. I feel you. Ace, are you in the mastermind already? Yes, I do 6 masterminds a year. All right, 1 more minute, everybody. 1 more minute. Any other questions? Once again, here is the link. This is the link. Right here, less than 12 hours to go. And everybody, I'm going to bid you a farewell. Okay, I'm going to bid you a farewell. You guys have a good one. Listen, I got courses on my YouTube channel that you can go and watch right now. Dwayne Johnson, thanks. My cousin turned me on to you. I'm ready. Let's go. Let's go, Dwayne Johnson. Let's go. Let's make it happen. Listen, I have recordings right now in my YouTube that you can go and watch right now. I have courses there. The EMA course. I have the support and resistance course there as well. Abdul Watt, did you find it? Hopefully, did you find it? If not, hit me up, send me a message. All right, everybody, y'all praise to the Most High. Y'all have a good one. Until next time.